Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate it if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be talking about kind of an interesting watch here. Now, this one has actually been quietly discontinued by Rolex. Not sure exactly when, but very likely this year, 2021. And this is the Oyster Perpetual date, a 34mm watch that features the date and has the overall Oyster Perpetual look to it. So sort of a hybrid between the Oyster Perpetual and the date just, as many people have seen. So this is what makes this one interesting, is that it doesn't really cycle around very often. Most people don't really know about it, and honestly, most people don't even consider this when purchasing their next watch. So we'll be going over the case, the dial, the bezel, the crown functions, movement, as well as the bracelet, and I'll be giving you my thoughts on all these features throughout this video. All right, so starting off with the case, again, we have a 34mm case from finger to thumb. That's the 10 to 2 or 2 to 8 position. All right, we have the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown, all ensuring a waterproofness down to 100 meters or 330 feet. We have a nice high polish profile on the entire construction here. All right, as you would expect from, say, a date just in terms of, that overall finish. And same with the bezel. We also have a nice high polish domed bezel, as you can see, complete with my fingerprints, of course. And all of that holding the glare-proof and scratch-resistant sapphire crystal with that Cyclops lens directly over the date for easy reading, as you would simply expect. All right, it's a small aperture on the dial itself, but underneath the Cyclops lens, it becomes absolutely gigantic. So very easy to read and a very good overall visual composition here. Now taking a look at this dial, we have a nice sunburst finish, a sun ray finish, as Rolex likes to call it. And this very particular value of blue gives it a very professional overall look, very professional blue look, something that I wish Rolex used more frequently, because this can easily blow, Audemars Piguet and Patek Philippe out of the water when it comes to their color science, almost, when it, with the way that they construct their dials. They have so many different color variations for their dials, and for their blues, just absolutely to die for. I can't state it enough that their blues are just absolutely beautiful. And especially with the sunray patterning, you get every single value of this specific blue hue, as you can see as I'm moving it around in my light box here. All right. Nice, easy to read index hour markers against that blue background, nice and dark, but bright 18 karat white gold applied indices there. If I turn out the lights, you can see the chroma light display nice and easily. Also on the hour and minute hands, as you would come to expect from something like a date just or even Oyster Perpetual. The only thing that this doesn't really share from the Oyster Perpetual is the double hash marks for the 6 and 9 o'clock positions. And, obviously the 12 o'clock position is taken by the Rolex crown. And we have the date at the 3 o'clock position. All right. Still incredibly easy to read in low light situations with that chroma light display, thanks to the index hour markers. All right, now taking a look at the functions of this watch, simply unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position to the first position. This allows you to wind the watch. So if you're at a dead stop, about 20 to 30 full winds is all you really need to get back up to maximum power reserve. Rather simple there. Pull the crown out to the next position, and you can actually turn the date by rotating it clockwise about a quarter turn. Just for reference, on the date just 31 models, you actually have to rotate the crown the opposite direction, the counterclockwise direction, in order to advance the date. But here on the date 34, you can just rotate it clockwise as you would with a 36 or 41mm model for the date just. All right, really easy to use there. And if you find yourself on the 30th of a month, you can just simply wind it once, go to the 31st, and just wait for the hour hand to roll around past midnight, and you'll be on the 1st of next month, nice and easy. Pull the crown out to the final position. This allows the second hand to stop, giving you that stop seconds, the hacking seconds function, so you can then place the minute hand precisely where it needs to go using that outboard chaptering at the periphery, and very, very good placement of that chaptering as well for the minutes and the seconds. So it's very easy to read with that white hash marked sort of presentation there. Very low on the visual hierarchy scale. I bet you didn't even notice it until I actually started setting the time here, which is very good from Rolex. You don't want to notice it all the time, but when it's there, you have it, all right? When you need it, you have it. All right, press the crown back in and screw it tightly back against the case to ensure that superior water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet. Now what makes all of this possible? It's the Rolex in-house caliber 3135, all right, which has the superlative chronometer certification as printed on every single Rolex dial. They guarantee the plus or minus 2 second per day time differential every 24 hours after casing, so that you know that you're in for a very precise time measuring instrument here, a watch specifically. All right, altogether it has, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it only has the Parachrome blue hairspring, but not the Paraflex shock absorbers. So you can have the magnetic resistance as you typically would for any Rolex Oyster Perpetual or Datejust, but the thing is you probably won't have the full-on shock resistance, which is fine because this is more kind of like a dressy watch rather than a sports watch, so that probably won't be an issue for most people who pick up this watch anyway. And let's be honest, you're probably not going to go diving in the pool with this anyway, but should the occasion allow for it, it does have that water resistance. Just don't smack it up against anything, don't play hockey with it, etc. So, taking a look at the, a couple more things about the movement. It does have the bidirectional winding movement with the perpetual rotor, so that you can simply wind the watch just by wearing it. All right, and it also has a total power reserve of up to 48 hours, so that's about 2 days, and that's actually okay. For a watch like this, complete in stainless steel construction, you can wear this every day, no problem, nice and easy. All right, now here's where it sort of differs from the Oyster Perpetual line. It's a bracelet where you have the high polish down the center links with the satin brush finishing on the outer links. The Oyster 3-link across bracelet, high polish along the outsides of those links, and on the Oyster Perpetual models, you have a full brush finish, which is fine. It's well and good, but what you get on the Datejust versions are this sort of Oyster bracelet where you have the high polish down the center with the brushed finish on the outer links. So keep that in mind. This is the only Oyster Perpetual, strictly Oyster Perpetual model, the Date 34, that has this type of bracelet supplied with it. All right, we also have the Oyster folding clasp, the folding Oyster clasp rather, which opens up. You get the Rolex stamped logo with the steel hallmarks in there as well. And also taking a look underneath the clasp here, you still have that Easy Link 5mm extension. So if you have this sized, perfectly to your wrist, and it's a very hot summer day, 90 degrees outside, and you just pounded 2 liters of water, well, simply just reach under here, pull it straight out, and there you go. There's another half link of an Oyster bracelet for you, extra 5mm, just so you can still continue to wear this even if your wrist happens to swell on that hot summer day. When you no longer need it, it's cooled down a bit, you can just reach under there, fold it back in on itself, press it back in, and it snaps in nice and easy. All right, so while we're here, I can actually try it on for you, give you my thoughts as to how it wears on the wrist. Now, my wrist is 7 inches in circumference, so this is generally made for a lady's size wrist. But honestly, I find this to be a very good fit for my wrist, so probably no bigger than 7 inches in circumference, 18 centimeters. But if you have a wrist smaller than mine, this would be, the case would generally get bigger perceptually, and you'd have less and less bracelet. But for my wrist, 7 inches, I think this is actually a perfect fit for me, even though I very much like 36mm. Just a 2mm size down difference does actually help reduce that lug-to-lug distance, and therefore it gives me a little bit more bracelet. And I'm not really sacrificing much in terms of the dial here. So actually a very good presentation overall, and I think I actually may prefer this over the 36. Depends on how I feel. I'll get back to you about that in the morning. Anyway, the overall wearing experience on this feels extremely comfortable, and I must say, it fits my wrist perfectly. There's no space underneath this lug, underneath the lugs, but you know, it's a perfect fit, literally. There's literally no space, and it's not like the lugs are poking into my wrist either. It rests perfectly on my wrist. So, you know, this is a very good consideration for anyone who has a wrist around 6.5 to 7 inches in circumference, or between like 15 and 18 centimeters. So keep that in mind. Incredibly light on the wearing, and the overall counterweight of the bracelet is enough to counter that of the case, because the case itself is actually incredibly light. So you can just have this on your wrist and you won't even know that you're even wearing it. So a very good dress sort of watch here. Very good timepiece to wear underneath a suit cuff. It slides very easily underneath. All right. And just overall a very, very good appearance, especially with this blue dial. All right, so that's about it. Let us know what you think about this watch down in the comments below, and would you plan on getting one now that they're no longer in production? Now that they're discontinued, do you think their price would go up? Do you think, well, they'll just sort of disappear and just fall to the wayside? Do you think they'll just be a weird niche pick for some prospective buyers, or is this sort of filling a hole in your collection? Did you even know that there was an Oyster Perpetual date in a 34mm model as of at least last year? Let us know down in the comments below. Also, be sure to leave a like as it helps us out, and subscribe. And hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch, discontinued like this one, or even new, as in the 36 date justs or Oyster Perpetuals, 41, 31mm, Submariners, you name it, we have it on our website, jazztime.com. Links in the description below, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.